I'm going to bring you guys up on my big television so I can make sure everything's set up properly. And today we're going to get going on a project that I actually haven't done live yet. I think I did some cutting of them, but I didn't actually do the sewing of it live. So bear with me while I bring you up on the channel. It takes a second for everything to get hooked up and for us to see people and everything on here. I hope some of my regulars are here today. So if you are, be sure to say hello. And of course, they're going to put an ad right in the front of it. Kind of annoying. So while we do that, I will thread my machine. I'm going to use my Singer Heavy Duty, which I just got last week. It's the 4423 version. I'm going to get a little piece of lint out of here that's stuck. And we're going to work on oven mitts today. So, just waiting for those ads to finish so we can get going. I can make sure that I can see the live chat as we go along. Yes, I can see the live chat. Live chat, live chat, live chat. Okay. Oh, how is everyone? Hello, hello, hello. We are going to get into it. We are going to get into it today. All right. So if you don't know me, hi, I'm Jolene. I'm from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. I sell modern farmhouse home decor, and I teach every single thing that I do here right on my YouTube channel. And I teach all the crafting stuff and all the business stuff as well. So we're going to have a little sewing chat thing here, and I'm going to try to bring you up on my other channel here as well so I can see if we've got people here, live viewers. They say there's 4 of you, 4 live viewers. Excellent. Say hello if you're here. Hello, hello, hello. You just got my backside for a second. Okay, so welcome to the channel. Today we're going to sew. Hi, Heather. I thought you might be coming. Today we're going to sew oven mitts. So the first thing I'm going to do is showcase the dye that I use, which is from Accuquilt, of course. And here is the dye. So you can cut out, I think, 8 layers of quilting fabric at a time, or maybe 6 at a time with this dye. And I have the Accuquilt Studio, and I have the plastic adapter and the plastic cutting mat that goes on the top of this, but you could also use this with the Go machine as well. So, and I did see that they're on sale. So I know some people are still kind of on the fence about whether or not they're going to get an Accuquilt system. We'll talk about that a little bit more as the video goes on. You just Heather just waved at her laptop. You guys, there's some people here are going to be channel members that come here all the time. You can join the membership as well. And by all means, get in the comments and get to know us, because we are quite dorky and hilarious. And that's kind of the best part about this channel. So before Christmas, before Christmas, I did Christmas markets, right? Like these huge, massive Christmas markets. We're talking 30 to 60,000 people come through these markets. Just depends on the day and the week and all that kind of stuff. So I have this massive craft booth, and this year I managed to get my oven mitt sewing kits made up. So here's the front of them. They've got my logo, what the product is. They've got a QR code that leads right to a short video tutorial on my channel. And it's got, you know, watch the YouTube video, blah, blah, blah. And they can pull this piece of paper out. And the only information people get on here is to go watch the video tutorial. That's it. So I don't want to put the instructions and everything on it, because I want to direct people to my YouTube channel, because that's how I basically earn most of my money, is off of my YouTube channel and selling my products, selling kits and all that kind of stuff. So I did get them made up. And then in my booth, I have shelves that have products on them. And then in between shelves, I have grid wall. And so I have these hang tabs here that basically hook onto a hook onto the grid wall, and then they're all lined up. And I put the pretty side out. Of course, I've made sure that I've got, a sticker on the front, what the kit contains, which is one oven mitt. It makes one. I've got my price, my SKU, and my barcode on it. And basically that's it. I don't want to deter from the fact that this is just a kit. You make one oven mitt, and all the fussy stuff can be on the back of it. The front of it, I want it to be well presented. I want the kit to be together. I want people to be able to grab and go, and I want all of the pieces that they require for this sewing project to be in the kit. And I want it in plastic because some of these markets are like in greenhouses, or like a Quonset building is one of the other ones that I'm at, and it can get a little bit dusty in there. So as much as possible, I'd like to have my products protected. So this is a great way to keep them protected. And at one market, I hang these up just at a door that people would enter through, so that section tends to get dustier. So I don't put like really like uncovered fabric right at that section of the door, because it will get dustier. And then when I come home, I can always just like gently dry these, like basically dust them off, right? So they hang up. Okay, so I did manage to get the sewing kits done, and there's a bunch of sewing kits that are available on my website. So if you're looking for just sewing kits, we've got Soup Bowl Cozy Kits and Oven Mitt sewing kits in different colors available on there. Then I had this big pile, which I got cut up before Christmas time. So this is Pellon Wrap and Zap batting. So it's 100% cotton batting. Then I have the Insole Bright. I've got a layer of that cut up as well. And then I've got a cream cotton muslin cut, and I've got a bunch of different colors of oven mitts cut. And that is as far as I got. I didn't get the oven mitts actually made for the Christmas markets. And it's just a matter of how much you can do. I like to focus, like when I make a new product, I want it to be consistent across every single stand that I have at the market. So I have tons of different colors of these, and I just ran out of time. So I prioritized making the kits, which I ended up being very glad I did that, because the kits sold super well, and they were less labor ahead of the market than had I sewn the actual oven mitts up. And not only did I make money off the kits, but then because people were directed to my YouTube channel, they watched my YouTube tutorials on all of the products that they bought. And so I kind of double dipped there. Had I just sewn the mitts and had them for sale, yes, I would have got the sale for the finished product from people that they don't want to make their own stuff, but then I wouldn't have got any of the residual stuff. And I may not have got things like affiliate sales off of, like in the tutorial, I tell you about the Accuquilt dye, and I tell you about the fabric and all that kind of stuff. So there's so much more possibility when you're selling something that has like a downstream income from it, as opposed to just a finished product. So are we here? How many people have left already? We can probably go see here how many people are on, but does that make sense? If you're watching and you're one of my channel members, I know I'm trying to teach you as much as possible on this stuff without charging huge amounts of money. So today we're going to put at least one of these oven mitts together. I've got my Singer iron out here. I'm going to tell you guys about this thing. I'm actually really impressed with this iron. I don't tell you about anything that I'm using unless I love it. So if I tell you about it, I actually quite like it. I'm really digging this iron. I wish I had got it sooner. Yes, it was pricey. I think it was like $120 Canadian. But I really like it. So when the video is done, I will put a link of resources together for you guys to check out. Now, so the other thing is, I don't know how many people are here, and I'm just going to kind of mostly going to talk to my members today, because you guys have been here the longest, and I feel like you need to start getting more value about the membership. like with the membership and stuff, right? So, oh gosh, there's so many things. I don't even know where to start. Okay. When you have a craft business, you can go and craft and you take your things and you sell your things, but there's different ways of making income, like having a YouTube channel, having affiliate income, having a membership on your channel, having paid resources, having a book, which I also have on my Amazon store. And you, I'm kind of, well, I'm not kind of, I am at the level where people are paying me to guest speak, and they're also reaching out to me to basically collaborate on content and pay me to have content of theirs on my site, which kind of seems spammy. But if they're going to make the content and they're going to put it on my website, um, for instance, somebody reached out to me about putting a blog on my website for a product that I know that you guys will like. And I don't have to do the work. So they're going to pay me to put the content on there. And this will only get bigger as we go on. So for now, it's just a blogger that does something similar. But companies will reach out at some point as the channel grows. So right now I'm at 9,000 subscribers, but that doesn't include my Pinterest account. It doesn't include my LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. What else do I have? It doesn't include any of my other socials. So when your audience gets to a certain point, brands are going to start reaching out to you. So you kind of have to have your, your stuff together in order for them to consider you. But that being said, I know a couple of you have said, please email me and let me know when you're going to go live, because you weren't always getting the notifications from YouTube to go live. But what I'm actually going to do is start a newsletter. And then at the beginning of the week, I'm going to give you guys the what's going on for the week. So it might be a link to a guest article. It might be what I know is on sale for the week. That's going to help you guys out. It might be a special offer for members only of the channel. So have to figure out exactly how to do that. I might have to have a members only segment there. We'll figure it out somehow. But I would like to start notifying you via the newsletter as to when I'm going live as well, just so I can start treating this more as like a scheduled business, because right now I'm a little bit here and I'm a little bit there and I'm a little over there. And sometimes I'm over here, but look at this over there. And then that came in. So I got to look at that. And it's getting a little bit convoluted. And I would like to have more consistency, which I think is going to help me out, but I also think it's really going to help you guys out. It is super cool, isn't it? It is super cool. But it's just a lot. So right now I'm focusing on cleaning up my website, because I have some things on my website that I'm not exactly happy with. I know that they can be at next level. I'm not sad that they're where they are now, because I was concentrating on building the YouTube channel up first. But now I need to backtrack a little bit and learn, implement some of the things that I've learned in the last 3 years, and really like tidy up my, stuff. So it's like, this looks like this, and this looks like that, and that looks like this. And we'll be able to grow even faster that way. And by we, I mean you guys are included in this, because we do have the memberships. We do have that massive giveaway, which is under a pile of sewing over here, but I will show it to you today. I'll just have to get it out from under the pile of sewing. When we reach 150 paid members of the channel, we will do a draw for that massive gift prize. And it's at, I think it was $915 or $925. I'd have to do the math on it again. But anyway, it's over 900 Canadian dollars. And the instant that we reach 150 paid members of the channel, we'll do a live, and we're going to send that off to one of the paid members of the channel. You have to be a paid member of the channel to get in on that. So, so the other thing that helps when you have all of this stuff on your website, of course, is to get my website traffic up. Now, ideally, I don't want to sell all my products, because that means I have to make products, and then I have to spend all day making products. And I'm happy to make products for my Christmas markets, but I don't want to make products all day, every day. I want to make the YouTube videos. I want to have the collaborations. I want to be able to sell the products and services that I'm using to grow my business, so that you guys can grow your businesses quicker. And I feel like I'm adding a lot of value to that. I am getting some really good feedback on most of the stuff that I'm doing. Of course, there's always some criticisms, and of course, I'm going to take those seriously because I'm a human being and I can do things better too. I should maybe tell you a couple of the funny criticisms I got this week. I was like, really? But anyway, so that's the way it's going to go. So if you want to be on my Shopify newsletter, please send me an email or watch for one of my next videos and I'll tell you when it's live again because I have to get it set up. I've currently got my email list turned off because I was changing email providers, so I don't even think there's a way you can sign up for it on there. But within the next couple of weeks, that will be started up. And then every time you guys click over to my website, of course, that counts for website view traffic. So that being said, even on all of these videos, the resource links now are going to be linked back to my Shopify store. There's a couple of reasons for that. One, I need the traffic. And number two, I just want to have my resources in one place that you could link to. So right now, I often link all of the stuff into the actual individual YouTube video. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to probably make these, 20, 30, 40 times on this channel. So why don't I have one resource link where it shows you, measurements if you can't afford the Accuquilt machine for yourself. We can get a PDF in there for that. The best, the actual materials that I'm using, the machine that I'm using, all that kind of stuff. And then the next time I do a video, I can easily link it back to my website, to the blog or the PDF or whatever I've done. And then that will just, it's a lot of work up front, but then that'll just get things rolling a lot easier for me and a lot easier for you because you'll have different places to get like full resource lists. Because I've said this a million times, I can't make this stuff for everybody, nor do I want to. So I would rather teach you guys how to do it. And like, heck, if you want to set up like your exact same booth with all the exact same products, like don't use my name. That's tacky. But you can use all the stuff. You can figure it out anyway. Whether you're going to learn from me, you're going to learn from somebody else, doesn't matter. So makes sense. I hope so. Okay, so let's sew an oven mitt because they're kind of fun, and I really should get this pile off my table. Although I still have the pile from last week. If you were here watching dish mats and tea towels, that pile is still sitting there. So bear with me while we get it together. Okay, and I'm probably going to get criticized for the beginning of the video because I talk too much, and apparently that bothers some people. But if you want to learn stuff, you're welcome to stay here. If you're replaying the lives, you can always skip forward a little bit if something's bothering you and you don't want to hear it. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is, what am I going to do? I'm going to grab one color of my oven mitt. So that's going to be the outside of it. I have to make sure I do this in the right order. Then I'm going to grab one layer of my Wrap and Zap batting. I like this batting because it cuts up nicely and it's quite thick and holds heat away from you. So we'll get that in there. Okay, so one layer of the Wrap and Zap batting. I gotta move my iron, you guys can't see. Okay, so one layer of the Wrap and Zap batting like that. Then we're gonna get one layer of the Insel Bright, and there's a shiny side and a not shiny side. I am going to, I don't think it really matters. I think I Googled that once before and it said it didn't really matter what side you put up. So I'm just going to put it down where the mitt lines up. And then I am going to get, this is cotton muslin. And I don't think you guys have seen me work with this before. But we're going to put that down here. All right. Just like that. Now, we're going to reverse the order. Did I sew them like that before? I think I did. I need to go back and watch my own tutorial, apparently. Funny, but not funny. Okay, now we've got the second one, so it's going to go the other direction. And we did wrap and zap batting. Get it lined up really nicely. Then Insulbright batting. Then cotton muslin. All right. I would recommend pinning or using Wonder Clips for this portion of it. So we're going to put them right sides of quilting fabric together. Come on, get down there. I haven't actually sewn one of these in like probably a year, just because I sew everything I have in bunches. Let's get this whole container out. Here is my container of Wonder Clips. They're probably off-brand because they're all a different color here. But essentially, the mitt has got a little snip here where you're going to be able to come right up to that corner. And essentially, we're just going to sew all the way out and then get this turned right way out. So it's important to line up your fabrics as neatly as possible for this portion of it. If you can. And so we'll just Wonder Clip all the way around so everything stays nice and tight. I'm going to use, check the bottom too, like I just folded the edge of that underneath. I'm going to use this Singer Heavy Duty machine. I just got it. It's the 4423 model. We're going to leave the top open because, of course, we need to turn this right side out. Who just watched the hockey game? I'm sure there's a bunch of Americans on here that are very happy. The American, well, I won't spoil it in case, no, I will spoil it. You guys can watch it. Not that many people are going to be watching my live, but USA won. Wah, wah, because I'm from Canada. I, of course, was cheering for Canada. But they got beat. They got beat. It's okay. All right. This is quite thick, so you are going to have to take quite a bit of care when you're sewing the seams. She says, sorry, not sorry. Yeah, whatever, Heather. Oh, we can be from different countries and, you know, get along on the sewing channel, but I knew that would be a topic of conversation today. Who won the Canadian hockey game? Well, hopefully the boys win. So exciting. I'm just in awe of all of those athletes. Like, come on. They are absolutely freaking amazing. The amount of like work you have to do to get to that level is just mind-blowing. So I really try to watch quite a bit of that and you know, cheer them on, support them. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Not too shabby, right? Check your edges. You're going to have to take a pretty good swath at this to get all of this sewn in. I'm going to use straight stitch. My width is going to be at 0. My tension's at 4. And I'm using a 40 weight polyester thread. So I always like to start and go backwards a couple of stitches first. and then come forward. So I put my presser foot forward a little bit and then start going backwards. I just find sometimes when you put a big bulky thing underneath the machine and you try to start going forward right away, it doesn't work out that well. So if you own a serger would be great for this product too, but I don't own a serger. In fact, I used to own one, but I could not get it figured out. It was old as the hills, and it did not come with manual because it was given to me from a friend. So I ended up giving it to somebody that teaches sewing on the local sewing group. I'm like, please, can somebody just come take this because this is not my area of expertise. And a lady came over and she was like, yeah, no problem. I know how that works. And I was like, well, good for you. Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah and all that stuff. I like to do that with my craft supplies. As I've grown this craft business, of course, some things have not, what? To be honest, I didn't watch it. Oklahoma is burning up, so I've been watching the news to make sure it isn't in my backyard. What the heck? Like literally? Are you kidding? Okay, when we come up to this, each one of these has got a little slit in at the thumb. Sew past the slit, do a back stitch, and then start sewing up past the slit on the other side. And that way, your thumb isn't like, like that. Wildfires, oh my God. You're serious. Oh, that's awful. So do a couple of stitches past the slit, do a reverse, come back up to where the couple stitches were past it, then turn the mitt and sew up the thumb the other direction. That's horrible, Heather. I really hope you're okay. Oh my God, nothing scarier. We have had some up in Alberta that have been terrifying. In fact, years ago, there's a very notable one in Fort McMurray, Alberta, where the entire northern community had to be evacuated, like the entire city, like 80,000 people on one road. It was a freaking tragedy. Anyways, I had some friends living up there, so I started a volunteer group down here, and it ended up leading me to basically I did 3 major seasons of wildfires where we collected donations for all the fire victims, and not just for Fort McMurray, but a couple years later there was one. Hi, Linda. There was one in southern Alberta, and then the next year there was one in BC, which is a province next to us, and our group facilitated massive amounts of donations for all of these things, and I led the group, and it's a lot of work, and I hope you get out of that okay, because that's just absolutely terrifying. Hi, Linda. What's going on, Linda? Heather's on like red alert for forest fires in Oklahoma today. Okay, this is what it looks like, you guys. We're sewing oven mitts, and I like my stuff to be luxurious. So when I sew, I always, like, you could just do it with Insul Bright. I add that other layer of batting, and I put it on the outside of the oven mitt. So the Insul Bright is going to be the closest to the heat, I think, is how that'll work. Yeah. I'm okay. It's just getting hazy right now. I'm on the very east side of Oklahoma. Kansas is getting it bad too. Oh, okay. Everybody, can you go turn your garden hose on and just start soaking your lawn? Working on farmer's wife's blocks. Okay. You know, I wish sometimes that this wasn't just like on YouTube. I wish it was like live and everybody could show their stuff. But then how do I get off YouTube if I want to earn money on YouTube? It's like a catch-22. All right. This is the hardest part. You got to squish this oven mitt the right way out. And it does get a little bulky in there. So just be patient with it. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Use the big end of your chopstick probably. Best idea for that. And we're going to push, 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 push. So this product, I want on every shelf with coordinated colors this year. Not just the sewing kits themselves, but the actual finished product. So it's what, February? If I start working on it now, it'll be totally fine. I have a long list of products that I actually want to add to my booth this year. Okay, so just double check everything. If something's not right, this is the time to go back and fix it. And I don't know if you can see this, but I missed a little bit of the thumb here. So we're going to pull that back in. Oh, God. I'm really hoping that works out for you, Heather. Please, if you can, keep in touch with us. Like, I know those wildfire things are really bad when they get going like that, but let us know in the community tab. You've got my email. Reach out. Let me know how you make out with that, please, because I'll be worried about you. Only if you can and it's safe, and obviously I'm not a priority, but we just would be thinking of you, and let us know, please. Like like if there's anything that we can do to help, that kind of stuff. Okay, so where was the opening? I think it was on the inside of the thumb. Should be easy to tell once I pull the fabric back here. Yeah, this one is caught. And just no big deal. When I turned the corner, I did go fairly tight. Yeah, of course. Like, we're human beings. These kind of things are like, you shouldn't be going through that kind of stuff by yourself. It's terrifying. So I'm just going to sew that thumb a bit tighter. And I think the next one I might actually try something different on this. These are super easy once you get going. Figure out your rhythm. Get them, cut one day and sewn up. You could probably do, if you're sewing and watching Netflix or something, you could probably do 20 of these in a day, easy. And then like I always say, make sure you've got a project where you've got, this is so hard to turn inside out. It's like the biggest sock. Like I will have my Cricut machine going or my embroidery machine going. When you guys aren't here, I have them going all the time. I'm being very diligent about having all of my machines going when I'm working this year. Because I just don't want the stress of, like, the day I packed up to go to markets this year was super duper duper stressful. I just felt like I was so far behind, and there was so much product, and I was tagging things the day before, and it was just honestly a little bit too much. Okay, so we're going to push this out again and have a good look at it. Yeah, I caught it. Yay. I think what I'm going to do next time is sew it around and then sew it around and see if that will, like, sew it around, then pin it together, then sew it around each edge just to see if it'll speed it up a little bit. Okay, that is a really nice fluffy oven mitt. You want your products to be spectacular. Don't cheap out. You can make more money off of this than if you had just put one layer of batting in it. So don't do that. You can literally up the appearance and quality of the product by designing your own hang tags that look really good. And the way you display products is probably, I'm going to say the way you display a product is probably 75% of you selling a product. I'm not even making that up. You could have the nicest freaking oven mitts possible and go and buy a plastic crappy table and put, a really ugly tablecloth on it, and, put this on the table and just have like a sign that says oven mitt. Who's going to stop and buy that? Go and look at my booth the way it is now compared to even when I started. I should probably do a where I came from booth to where I'm at now. Just the way you display things, the tags, the hangers, the everything, that's probably 75% of actually selling a product, and then you get more money for this. And if you're smart, you set up your booth with foldable, movable shelving with I use dowels in between so that your booth can always change sizes. But if you've got a big space, you can fill up your whole booth, and if you've got a small space, you can condense things. But it's about the display. Presentation is it's a huge part. Go and look at any retail store in the world. Literally, go and look at any retail store in the world and go and look at how they display the products. That's when they're getting the money. The stuff at the front of the store with the, $180 price tag on for a blouse, they're getting that price tag because of the way they displayed it at the front of the store. By the time those products get into the back and they're on that sale rack, they're on crappy hangers and they're hung all together. There's no displaying. Look at the price of the product then and tell me if I'm lying. I'm not lying. Also, I studied retail sales. So because that's important. It's important. It's important. It's important. Okay. So when I put these kits together, I put the oven mitts. I only sell one per kit. Most people buy two, but just because of the size of the packaging and everything. And some people like to mix and match products, or they just want a project, like a low entry project. So I sell the kits all together like this for $12.50. Doesn't include thread, but it does include the binding at the top. So we're going to do the binding here. But I want to try something. I want to make two of these. So before I do the binding, I'm going to try to sew the second one that will go with this one and see if I can just do it a wee bit different. Thought about how many times we buy stuff just because we caught, Heather's saying, think about how many times we buy stuff just because it caught our eye, right? Yeah, that's exactly it. Okay, now we're going to, we've got our fabric again. We're going to lay it face down. We're going to get Pellon Wrap and Zap batting. Okay, how many of you are watching that are sewing to sell? So sewing to sell products. Now we're going to get the Insulbright product. Again, these were all cut with my Accuquilt die and Accuquilt cutting system. And then we've got the cotton muslin. So that's just going to be the lining fabric. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm only going to do one layer, and I'm going to get some Wonder Clips here. And I'm just going to sew this one layer, and then I'm going to do the next layer, and then I'm going to try to sew them together that way and see if that's just a wee bit quicker and giving me an easier finish to work with. We'll see. You can always learn new things. And if you can't, this probably isn't the channel for you, because all I do is teach stuff, but before I teach it, I learn it. So, okay, make sure when you're clipping these, make sure you check the underside too, because you can see where this clip has caught the cotton muslin on two of them here. So just make sure, put them on, get everything lined up, and then flip them over to make sure. Oh, you've sold 3 rugs now. That's amazing, Heather. Like since you've joined the channel, and 5 tote bags. What? Is that since you joined the channel or were you working on it before? I'm just curious. I just want to see how far you're getting. The other thing is, what was I working on? I'm working on my Pinterest. That's what I was working on. And I had a bunch of boards on my Pinterest that weren't really producing any quality since you started here. That's amazing. I'm loving that. That is so freaking good for you. I'm so happy for you. I'm so that I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled for you. I really am. Okay, so I'm working on my Pinterest account and have a whole business plan to try to get my Pinterest up to 1 million monthly views. I'm currently at 33,000 monthly views, so I'm really working on this. And one of the things I did was I built a landing page basically for my book, and then I'll make pins for Pinterest that talk to people about my book, and they get directed to the book that's on my website, and it explains the book, tells you the benefits of the book, and then at the bottom of it, it has a couple of reviews. And Heather and Chelsea, if you're here, I don't think Chelsea's here yet, but I used your reviews off of Amazon to plug my book on my landing page on my website. So Pinterest is a very big part of marketing your products. And I don't know, let me know if you want to learn more about that. I do have some videos on my channel for it already, but with growing, I have 2 goals for my business this year: to grow my Pinterest account to 1 million views and to grow my YouTube membership to 150 paid members. So, oh, thanks, Heather. That's so sweet. Okay, so we're going to just sew one at a time here. So I put Wonder Clips on this one and we'll sew it around. We'll get the next one. We'll see if that works. Now, remember, I always start a little ahead of it and then I go backwards. Yay, I feel so special. Yeah, if you compliment me on something, I'm for sure going to like quote you on it, just so you know. You'll be everywhere. You'll be everywhere. I wish there was a place like for people to review a YouTube channel. That would be kind of cool. Like, I could share on my YouTube. Here's what people are saying about my YouTube channel. And Heather, I could put your thing you just said there. I have an awesome teacher, and put it on there. Now, don't be scared. I didn't put your picture or anything on it. I just put Heather. It's like, yeah, go bug her. Let's see if we can get this like even, flatter, prettier. Remember, we're going to sew past the point. And then we're going to do a back stitch because it's where your thumb is. That's where it's going to split open, if it's going to split open anywhere. And then we're going to turn it. And I'll show you guys close up. Once I've gone around, I'll show you the close-up of this so you can clearly see what we're talking about here. We have 28 paid members of the channel again. Woohoo! Because when I came back last week after, Christmas and being on holidays and then having COVID and the norovirus at the same time, the membership had gone down to 24, but we're back up to 28. And if you're not sure how to join the channel membership, there's a $ button on your screen somewhere. You can join from there. You can join from the main channel page, or you can go to the video description and the join button's there. And after this video is done being processed by YouTube, I will have a join button in the first comment, which will be the pinned comment. All right. Okay, so here's the first side. looks pretty good. Let's try the second side. I will say that was easier to sew. Funny. And now I'm second guessing where I put the Insulbright. I don't think it really will really matter with the other batting. But you could do the Insulbright, I guess, either direction, right next to the cotton fabric or next to the inside of your hand to protect it. Oh, here's Heather selling the membership. Thanks, Heather. It's $2 a month and you get in on great prizes. And I'll show you the great prizes before we do the binding. I'm lost for words today. Today has been a very busy day. I got up, raced around, made some lunch snack stuff, raced my dog over to the groomer. Then I went to the grocery store. Then I came home and dropped the groceries off. Then I went to work, like my actual day job, for 3 hours. And then I came home and I'm doing the live now. So I wasn't supposed to work my day job today, but on Monday we had a massive storm go through. Was it Monday or Tuesday? Tuesday. Monday night and Tuesday, we had this big, massive snowstorm go through, and the roads were horrific. And so I went to work on Tuesday for a few hours, and there was no way I was going to drive to my next job. So I just pushed it until today. And if you're all wondering what I do for a day job, I clean some houses and I love it. I've done it for years and years and years on top of all the other things that I do with the learning and the education and the book and all that kind of stuff. But I really, I need the movement because I have some back issues, which is fine. And I use it as my total like Zen downtime. Like if I'm not cleaning somebody else's house, I'll be doing it here. I just love it. So, and I have a college education, but I'd rather go clean somebody's house than do corporate stuff. So I was cleaning lots and lots and lots when I first started this business. And now I have very, very, very few clients, and I just kind of chill out with them and basically go visit for a few hours and clean their not dirty houses. Okay, I'm just repinning this side because I caught the cotton on all of it. So I want this muslin to be nice and flat. Maybe one or two more here. Two. And I get to listen to podcasts and everything that I love, or books while I'm doing that. And I can just kind of have a minute to myself where there's no drama, nothing's going on really. Just enjoying myself. Okay, so here's the second one. And it's more important for the nice fabric to be perfect. So I'm going to start with that. And I didn't get that edge in quite as far as I wanted when I started, but oh well, I got it now. What's today? The 19th, right? I'll put the link in the video description, or you guys email me if you want it. Or if you've seen it someplace else. Connecting Threads is having a huge sale. It ends today. They've got yardage up to 58% off. And then if you use my discount code, you get a 15% off more on that. So they've got $5, $7, and $9 yardage that they're clearing out. So today would be a great day if you need some fabric to order. They've got free shipping if you order a certain amount in the States. I don't know what the number is. It's like $75 or something. And then I think it's like $120 when you order from Canada. In order to get the free shipping, you got to spend $120. We'll see how this goes. I'll have to take a wider swath of this, I suppose would be the word, to make sure everything gets tucked in. I don't want to see two seams when I sew this together, but heck, if this doesn't work out, I've wasted an oven mitt, and if it does work out, well then, perfect. But you don't know what'll work faster unless you try it. Unless you've got a teacher on YouTube showing you what worked. That's super handy. Let somebody else bugger it up. Okay. So there is where the fold is for the thumb, right? So I've sewn past it, done a little back stitch, and then gone forward. So that thumb can move a little bit. All right. Now let's see if this will be easier. I kind of feel like it will be because everything's getting held together. It'll just be a matter of, can I see that other seam? So I did sew that one a little tighter because I could see it. So this next one I can sew a little wider, and that should cover up any of the double seamage. Just go a little wider. You wouldn't have to do it by much, of course, but let's try to get everything in. Make sure you check top bottom to make sure that you haven't clipped the fabric down like I've done before. So these little clips are fantastic. I think I got them on Amazon. They're probably in my links. Should put my sewing favorite link in the video too. All my sewing favorite things. There's so much work to do. You could just work on this night and day and never get all the things done because, you know, like any crafter, you're like, ooh, shiny. And then you go start this other thing. But what you really should do is set this up like a job. And if you went to your job, you would have a certain amount of tasks assigned to you that you would be responsible for. And if you didn't get them done, you would get in trouble. So if you want to be a successful crafter, try treating your craft like a job and give yourself timelines and, you know, assign projects. I do it all the time. Of like, okay, I'm going to make 100 pins for Pinterest today, or I'm going to do a live on Thursdays, or whatever it is. Build a newsletter template and then send a newsletter every Monday with all the what's going on this week, because I'm sure you're all fascinated by my life. Yep, that's it. Everybody's fascinated by me. Okay. Let's see what happens. We're going to go wide. Oh, I should have started going. I didn't come forward again. Dang it. Why didn't I? I thought of it. Okay, so I'm just going just a hair past where the first line of stitching is. And hopefully that's wide enough to catch on the bottom too. And if not, this will not work out. And I forgot to do one part. before I turn the oven mitt right side out for the final time, I'm going to zigzag over top of these edges. Again, if you had a serger, go ahead and do that. I don't own a serger, so I'm just going to do it that way. So with needle down, turn, and then come the other direction on your thumb. So I'm going to turn this one right side out, double check everything's okay on it before I do even more work, and then I'll do the zigzag on it, and we'll show you the members only stuff, and then we'll do the binding, and then we're going to add something into the members only gift prize. I know you guys love doing that. So we are going to add something into it, and you're going to vote. We love voting. You're going to vote what we add into it. So that's always fun. There won't be just a watch this video giveaway today. It will go into the members only gift prize. So we're going to load that prize pack up until it's just ridiculous that somebody can't win it. I don't know what the easiest way to do this is, because it's just so freaking thick. Oh, which is going to make it luxurious when somebody goes to buy it, but it's a pain in the bum to turn it the right way around. And all I want to do is see if I caught all my stitching, which I basically think I did. You know what? I'm just going to zigzag this. Take a chance. Okay, so you just want to make this a little bit nicer, a little bit flatter. So turn your machine to zigzag, put it on the widest zigzag, and you're going to go over the edge of this. You might have to do it a couple of times to go around. Tack everything down nice and neat. And we'll just see when we flip this right way around if this actually caught all the other edges. Anything that you can do that's going to take a minute longer but get you $1 extra, go ahead and do that when you're making your products. Heather, where are you selling? I'm curious. Where are you selling these rugs and bags that you have made? I'm so proud of you. I really am. And I don't mean that in the, like, you know, when some people say stuff like, oh dear, they're like just condescending. No, I don't mean that at all. I'm like the biggest like girl. Woohoo! Go you, cheerleader girl. You see how fluffy this thing is? Poof, poof. Okay. Now I've got a little edge here that didn't get down, so that's why you always flip it over. Make sure you have a boo. But yeah, Heather, I am curious where you're selling your stuff at. Okay, better. Better, better, better. Ooh, that's going to be nice. Okay. I think the only way to do it is like the biggest wool sock you've ever seen. Is get one piece coming out the other direction and pull. Ah, funny. Oh, so far one from Facebook Marketplace, and then the others were from a realtor friend bought the others when she was putting my house on the market. Oh, funny. I've sold so many products to realtors. They love making gift baskets. And you know who has money? People who just made money. So if a realtor's just sold a house, chances are they're getting a big commission check. So they want to give their customers something personal to say thank you. So if you want to look for a place to market these products to, make some mix and match products and then reach out to your local realtors and say, hey, you could either add these as solo gifts into gift baskets, or next level would be to make some gift baskets that are pre-done, because sometimes realtors are very busy and they don't have time to go get them. Now, this being said, I have referred a whole bunch of people to this thumb is stuck. This is going to be your nemesis, getting these things out. I have a really good financial advisor. And so last year, I started referring some of my friends to him. And one day I was at home, like random day, working at home. And I was actually out on my patio with my laptop, working away. Next thing you know, this delivery company shows up. And sure enough, they have a big gift basket for me from my financial guy. And God, I can't even get the thumb out. What am I going to do? Anyways, it was very nice of him to send me this gift basket. But I'll tell you what, the cookies were not that good. And I know we shouldn't complain on this channel, blah, blah, blah. But they were pretty bland. And like, it was a nice sizable basket. So I know he spent a good chunk of change on that. But I thought to myself, if you just like upped your product game, like just a tiny little bit, somebody give me a suggestion for how to get this thumb out. It would be so much better. So when you're thinking of doing, a product-based business, think of the best thing you could possibly do. And a great way to do that, if you can't come up with your own ideas, is to go on to Etsy and find the most expensive thing you want to make and then copy it. And I don't mean copy it like copycat the exact thing. I mean copy like the presentation or something. Hi, Nola. That's from Nola's Country Store, isn't it? I'm trying to get my thumb out of here and I just can't. I'm going to have to... Should I have put the thumb out first? We're making pot holders and my stuff is so good the thumb won't come out. Can I try to pokey it? How's your day going? Heather might have to leave at any minute. Tongs. Yeah. Like some tongs. Yeah, I randomly have forceps around here. No, I don't have any forceps. I mean, maybe I could go get some tongs, but I have to like leave the live. It just does not want to turn. Come on. There's got to be a trick to it, right? And I'm just like learning the trick live on YouTube. That's the problem. Oh, I think I got it. I got a little nub. I think I got it. Push. There we go. It's starting to come now. So the trick was I had to get my thumb on the end of the thumb and then push it through. Still not awesome, but it is almost there. See? Oh, here we go. Okay, that might be a, make a whole bunch of these and then take them with me when I'm camping. And then one day when I'm sitting around at a campsite, get all my thumbs pushed out on my oven mitts. Good golly, that was brutal. Oh yeah, Nola, you were from Jamaica. That's right. I remember now. And you're on my my page here too of like my channel members. It's Lorette, right? And we're just going to keep pushing and pushing and pushing that thumb out until we're miserable. That's what's going to happen. All right. Good golly. I don't like it. I don't like it. Hi, Melissa. Welcome. We're making oven mitts today. And you guys are going to vote on which one to add into the pile. But I don't know. I'm not happy with this. Okay, here's the first one, right? Look at the thumb close up on that one. Can you see it? It's pretty neat. Now this one, not so much. It's all kind of puckered. So I would say don't sew it this way. This is the one where we put all the layers together and then we sewed it and it went better. It turned right side out better too. The mitt is with, okay, I know you guys don't mind because you're the paid member of the channel, so you get priority no matter who's watching. This is the oven mitt die. It's from Accuquilt, right? So you need the cutting machine, you need the die, you need the rollers, or the mat for the top of it. So this is how I'm cutting out so many at a time. And I believe this one, the last time I looked, was just for the die was $150 American. So if you're selling these at $15 an oven mitt, you need to make 10 oven mitts to pay for the die. So it's simple math, you guys, when you're doing this project, right? It's simple freaking math. You can't cut these out for the price that you can get the machine and the dies. And pick a couple of projects that you actually want to do. And then, suck it up for the first year of markets, or the second, the second product that you make is when you put the money into the die. So whatever you need to do, like this is how I started. I would go to the store, I would get like a meter of fabric. Then I would level up to like 5 meters of fabric. They would all be in different colors. And then I would get 10 meters of fabric and they would all be in different colors. And then I'd make rugs, and I'd make multiple rugs if I could, because it was way easier to get them on my website if I had multiples. So you need to get to the place of like systematizing what you're doing immediately, because you're going to basically pull your hair out and be frustrated and like, just super, I can't even make enough money to go to a market, to do this thing, to drive there. By the end of the day, oh, I got $100. Well, whoop-de-doo. You can't feed yourself off $100 when you still got to go buy more materials. So I'm here to try to get you guys to get yourself to make systematized products that match each other. So they mix and match, so you always get the upsell, and get yourself into the biggest markets you can afford to do. The biggest, most reputable, they've been there for years. They have guaranteed traffic markets. When you're booking markets with one-off girls off of Facebook, like, hey, I rented this hall and we're going to have this awesome market today, and it's going to cost you $175 to have a folding table there, you're not going to make any money. You're just not. You're not going to, like, it's a way to start. I agree. If that's where you need to start, that's where you need to start. But you would be better off saving every penny off of products that you make, selling them direct off Facebook Marketplace, and then getting yourself into a high-end market. And you don't even have to go to an in-person high-end market. You could start making your products and sell them on Faire, or you could sell them direct wholesale. I don't recommend commission stores, but wholesale to stores. And the only way you can do that is by having repeatable products. And that's super hard to do. Um, Also mindset wise, because as a creator, every creator that I've ever met, they want to make one of this, and then, oh, look at this thing, I could make that. And oh, look at this thing, I could make that. And I did it too. And I had this whole freaking room full of stuff that I had made, and lots of it sold, yes, for sure. Some things didn't work out. And what you're seeing now is the cream of the crop of the things that I have made that actually I know for sure sell, because I'm not making anything that doesn't sell anymore. And I know for sure people want. So when I add a new product in, yes, I take a chance on getting that new product in, but I'm telling you, I've already sold it. So get yourself to the point of like, okay, is this a business or am I screwing around? Do I want to do it as a business? Fine. If you want to do it as a business, get repeatable products. The only way you can do that is to have good equipment, cut things with dies, all the kind of fun things. So I'm going to show you guys something here too. I hope I have it right here in the room. Oh, I do. Otherwise, I would have to go to my laundry room, which is like the next room over. But so this year, I was like, okay, when I cut these oven mitts, I always have a little bit left over just because of the way the oven mitt sits, and when I'm cutting fabric, like with the fabric. So you have this weird cutoff with this die, and it basically gives you like a piece of fabric that is like this size, right? Don't throw those out. This is what I've done. I've ordered the eye mask die, which perfectly fits that little cutoff. So now the cost of doing this one project has given me the scraps to have an add-on project. I haven't made these yet, but I did save all my scrap cutoffs last year, and they're in drawers in my laundry room. So I'm going to make this project too. You can see I haven't even cut a single one out on this brand new spanking brand new die. And when I saw it on like on the Accuquilt site, I was like, ooh, I wonder if that would work, because it's just this weird piece, right? And so I kind of went through the measurements a little bit of like, would that work? And then I was like, whatever, I'm just going to order it. And if it doesn't work, I'm going to be out the money, because I'm not going to pay for shipping back. But if it does work, then I've got a secondary product that I can make with the cutoffs of one project. So try to think about that when you're making stuff too. Don't throw out any of your scraps for quite a while, because we've got things down to, I think some of you were here last year when we made, I'll just grab one here if I can. We made fridge magnets with this is just 2¼ inch squares of fabric. And then we got the fridge magnet machine and started using up our scraps. So had I thrown out all those scraps, I wouldn't have been able to make the fridge magnets. And they sold like hotcakes. Like, people just love those fridge magnets this year. All right. Questions, concerns, comments? Okay, so we don't like this one. We're going to like tear it apart. It's too squishy. Something's happened. Something's happened. So let's go over the members only prize pack, which I have to dig out here. So hang on a second, guys, because I got all the sewing that I was supposed to do last week piled up on it. But my priority right now is my website and my Pinterest account. So might take a week here to just get those concentrated on. Make sure we've got them all together. And we did add, oh bugger, which one did we add in? We added something in last week. I hope it's right here, because I'll have to go back and watch the video. I think it was the one with the red button. Was anybody here for the live last week? Just curious. because we made some dish towels and one of them went into this prize pack and now I don't know which one it was. I'll have to go back and watch. Sorted, but I think we'll get it sorted. Oh, never mind. It's here. It's just in a different pile. Okay, so how many are here? Somebody tell me how many are here right now. I can't even see. How many are here, you guys? How many live viewers do we have? Can somebody tell me the number, please? This members only prize pack is getting like absolutely insane. It's over I think it's $920, $915, $920 dollars right now. 11. Okay, fantastic. Wow. Hi, everybody. To join the channel, you hit the $ somewhere on your screen, which is also where you can leave a super chat if you like this video and you want to send me a couple of bucks. But the channel membership is $2 a month. And once we reach 150 paid members of the channel, we're going to do a draw. We're going to give you this whole entire prize pack of stuff. Doesn't matter where you live. We're going to send it off to you. So you can also join from the video description. You can join from the first comment after the video has been published if you want to go back and watch it. Or you can join from just going to the main channel and there's like, subscribe to the channel and then there's the join the membership button there too. So if anybody's confused on how to join, just find a button on my thing that says join membership and that's where you go. So we're at 28 paid members. We need 150 paid members to trigger this draw. And that's because I said we need 150 paid members and now I got this huge pile of stuff. We haven't given it away yet. Okay, so let's go with what we've got here. Oh my gosh, there's so much stuff. Okay, so all of these projects we sewed on live, so you can go back and watch them. Okay, so here is a Christmas tea towel that we did at Christmas time. Very interactive live. We did another Christmas tea towel with reindeer. Last week, we did a gray dish towel. Then the week before that, we did a jelly roll rug with this fabric from Connecting Threads, which is the brand new fabric from Connecting Threads. It's Jolie Maison collection. It's available right now. In the video description after I'm done the video or the first comment, I will update and I'll put the Connecting Threads link in there. They're having a huge sale today. It ends today on Yardage. You get 15% off with my code. So I'll put the code and the link there for you guys to shop. All right. Then we have 9 Christmas reindeer in black and cream. This is a SVG design that's available on my site if you want to go and make it. And there's a tutorial there as well. Then we have a set of 4 soup bowl cozies. There's the tutorial. Lost for words today. What did you miss? You had to check outside. Yeah, make sure your house isn't on fire. Goodness gracious, Heather. We're giving stuff away. That's what we're doing. We're going over the members only prize. So we're about halfway through it. There's 4 coral floral soup bowl cozies and the directions there to make them. You've got the clover fabric tube maker, which you need if you're making jelly roll rugs. You'll get one of those. We've got 2 sets of fridge magnets. The other set is here somewhere. Here it is. Joyce has been lurking. Joyce, we have fun here. Have you been here before, Joyce? Because this is kind of how it is all the time. We have fun. We give away stuff. I teach you how to have a business, and I'm having fun. We've got the coral floral pillow sham. It's an envelope pillow sham. I call this fabric coral floral. I bought 3 bolts of it because I was like, that is the prettiest fabric I have seen in years. And I know I can make products with it, so I did buy 3 bolts. Okay, then we've got the Robert Kaufman reversible Christmas placemats. You'll get 2 of those. We've got a couple of my Christmas cards. So these are my own original designs. And at some point this year, I will have the designs for sale on my website so that you can download them. And if you're a member of the channel, you're going to get a wicked discount on my SVG cards. We've got a copy of my book, From Zero to YouTuber. Today's video is sponsored by me and my book, From Zero to YouTuber, available on Amazon today. For a cheesy ad. But my book will teach you how to start, grow, and scale your own YouTube channel. Don't worry, I don't tell you my story. Nobody cares. But it will teach you how to start your own business. Then we've got an actual jelly roll rug that we made here one day. Then we've got the big stuff. We have the stocking die. This is one of my best-selling products at my Christmas markets. So this is for the studio cutter. You would have to have an Accuquilt studio in order to use the die, but a lot of the people that are watching my channel are crafters that want to start their own business. So I came across an extra die. I snagged it, and now I'm giving it away to you guys. So that thing's expensive. It's like, I think the last time I checked, it was $225 American. It's expensive. Well, actually, the prices have probably gone up because they did say on April 13th last year, the prices were going to go up due to tariffs. Then we've got the FAF quilters kit. It's got 2 quilting rulers, a rotary cutter, rotary blades, 2 packs of FAF needles, and we've got the rotating cutting mat underneath it. Okay, so that is what is currently in the prize pack giveaway. And now you guys are going to vote whether or not you want, I'm going to give 2 away. So a set of 2 of the coral floral oven mitts, or a set of 2 of gray oven mitts. So in the comments right now, you guys knock yourselves out and fight over what's going to get put in there, and let's somebody keep track of who the winner is. I'm gonna delegate to my viewing audience here today. Well, I move this around, get my britches pulled up, and I'm going to get out we're going to do the binding on this oven mitt. Super easy. Cut your selvage off. Coral floral, gray. Okay, I'm going to keep track of this. You need another. We have 3 votes so far, right? We've got, I can see 2 for gray. I've got 1 for coral floral. Those are the 3 I can see so far. So keep voting, you guys, for a second. Gray for Linda. So that's 3 now. We've got 3 for gray and 1 for coral. All right, you're going to cut your selvage edges off the edge of this. Gray. Okay, I think it's gray is going to be the winner here. That's 4 votes for gray. So if you want coral floral, you got to step up and chitty chat in the chat. 4 for gray now. Yeah, 4 for gray. Thanks, Heather. This hoping Heather's house doesn't burn down day is terrifying. I'm really hoping your house doesn't burn down. Okay, I do have to do the zigzag on this. So while we're doing this, we're going to flip this one right side out again and zigzag the way around it. Honestly, this is like the biggest wool sock. I keep saying that, but that's really what it feels like to me. The biggest wool sock you never did want to have. So the weather is crazy. Heather is in Oklahoma's burning situation, and we had a massive snowstorm here in Canada, which I'm sure some of you are like, "Oh, it's Canada," but really, it was quite ridiculous. Like, we don't usually get walloped like that. Wind, cold, and now it's like super cold. So, for instance, I can even show you a picture, but I'd have to post it in the community tab. Last week, we were outside and my cherry blossom tree is in bud. Not a good thing for Canada in February. Literally in bud. And we were walking around in our shorts and flip-flops outside doing some yard work and just, itching to get going with some of my flower gardening stuff. And I ordered this it's 1,000-liter water catch system because we're going to have water restrictions this year because our main water line in our city keeps breaking. So they're replacing it. Yeah, that's crazy. It's 80 degrees, Heather says. So I don't know what, so Celsius last week, I don't know what this would be in Fahrenheit for you guys, but Celsius last week, it was 16 degrees one day. So what is 16 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit? I don't have my calculation. Anyway, it was 16 degrees Celsius last week, and now today it was minus 28 when I was driving my car to my job today. So we've gone from plus 16 to minus 28 in just a couple of days. Terrifying. Don't like it at all. And you're at 80 degrees. I think like 16 degrees is like 65 or something. Now I'm curious. Can I do it quick? Celsius. Okay, so 16 degrees is 60 degrees Celsius. That's what it was last week. And now it's minus 28 Celsius. So minus 28. Minus 28 Celsius is minus 18.4 Fahrenheit. That's crazy, Joyce. All right, so we've done the zigzag. Now we'll turn this right side out and we're going to do the binding. Yeah, Joyce, where are you from? Good questions. All the questions. Where is my pokey odor tool? I haven't made these, like I said, in a year and a half probably, and I really should have watched my own dang tutorial on them. Montgomery, Alabama. Well, welcome, Joyce. I'm from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, if anybody is interested and not aware of where I live. All right. Yeah, this one is sewn just much different. The mitt turns better and the thumb comes out better. So that was with us sandwiching them both sides together right from the start. All right. So we've got gray, I think is going to be the winner, what we're going to put in. All right. So we're not going to start right on the edge because you don't want to ever start your binding right on the edge. You've got too many things to catch in there. Take your little bucket there off, and we're going to iron this in half. So I've just got my tiny little ironing board here today, and I've got my Singer iron, which I already told you I'm in love with. Love this Singer iron. And of course, when I'm doing these like for markets, I'm doing, all of one step at a time. All of the binding will be ironed at a time. We're just doing one here today. Just to see if we can still do it, apparently. Because why not? Test yourself on live YouTube. Why not? Let that heat up for 1 second. Maybe I'll grab a little sip of coffee. That is not my favorite coffee. I have birthday cake Baileys in it. I don't like birthday cake Baileys. I've just discovered today. But somebody gave it to me for my birthday last year. So I had a big 50th birthday party last year, and somebody gave me that. And I don't know, maybe it would be better if it was just shot like in a shot glass, like ice cold. But sometimes in the afternoon I put a little sip of Bailey's in my coffee, and today I'm not liking it. Okay, so we're just going to iron that in half. And I've just got this piece with the fabric. I know it's going to be cut long. I just put that in the kits. People can figure it out. It's better to have a little bit extra than not enough. That's for sure. And especially if you're going to make kits up for people to purchase, then you need to, make it easy for them. Make it easy. Okay. The iron can go bye-bye for a minute. Or can it? Maybe I needed it one more time. Ah, man. Okay, so we've ironed it. Let's cut it off straight. Birthday cake in a shot glass. I really like cake. I don't know if you can tell by the size of me, but I do like I do like a treat or two. Okay, I do need my iron again for a second. So open this up and fold it down on a diagonal and make a little triangle. That's what you need to do. So you open it up, pull the corner to the edge, make a little triangle. There, I did it twice for you. I'll get the iron. I'll iron that little piece down, and then I'll show you what it looks like. When I was first learning to quilt, people were like, that's going to be the hardest thing you do, is binding. And honestly, I'm like, why? It's not that hard. Okay, so this is what it looks like. All right. And then when you fold it in half, it'll look like that. So don't start on the very edge. Start a little bit further than the edge. And we're also going to start in the middle, like on the inside of it. And some people would say, oh, you shouldn't have turned that inside out yet, but I find this works just fine. So start in the middle, have your binding go up to, about the corner of it. Make sure you're on the right layer here. I wasn't, I'll tell you that right now. I was on the layer that had the muslin on it. So we're just going to fold that down onto the inside. And now with the strip open, we're going to sew it to the inside down like this. You're going to start from this edge and sew it all the way around with the flap open. And then you're going to fold it and pull it around to the outside and then stitch it down again. Yeah, did you say cake? We love cake. Well, don't bring me any carrot cake, please. I am allergic to carrots. So that will actually kill me, which is a terribly weird allergy, but also true. So I'm actually going to go for some allergy testing this year and try to get some of that stuff sorted out, because it hasn't been so fun to have those kind of allergies. Very severe allergies. All right. This will be fine. This will be fine. This will be fine. Yeah, everybody, we should all have cake, right? Oh, turn it back to the straight stitch before you get too far with that, and your width down to 0. Now try again. Thankfully, I was on the inside of that zigzag when I stopped. Not that it would probably matter, but... And we're just going to roll the material and roll the fabric around the whole corner of this. So go slow, and you will get this in no time. I think in my I have another the Oven Mitt, the actual Oven Mitt tutorial, which I will link actually for you guys in the video description when I'm done this video. And you can actually see, I have a close-up here. Yeah, everybody get cake. First thing I'm going to do after I'm done this is go watch the news and see about these fires. Holy crap. It's freaking nothing scarier than a flood or a fire. Honestly, the worst thing. Calgary had a massive flood in 2013. We had a massive flood here. It was awful. So many people lost homes, and it was absolutely crazy. So you're just going to sew up to the edge of that binding where you started. Now, cut off some of this excess stuff. You don't need it all. Leave a little bit. So when you flip it around, you've got some to work with, but you don't need that whole piece. And I technically, I guess, could have just like half the piece of binding in there, but I was going to cut it anyway. And I don't know. I think people just need, when they're learning, they need a little bit of extra wiggle room with some stuff. So cut off all your extra threads here too. Done with that. Now we're going to pull this binding right the other way around. And again, if you've got some threads that you think are going to be in the way or annoying you, just trim them off right now. Be one less thing to wiggle around. So essentially it's looking like this. And we're going to fold the edge of that binding in and then clip it down. So get it all the way around. Well, we're going to be thinking of you, Heather, for sure today. Everybody send some good thoughts to Heather. So this is where the binding is going to line up with where it came through. So you can probably clip this down to like 1 3/4 inches past it now. Now, don't start at the very beginning of where the binding is. Just go a little bit past it and flip it over. I like a nice wide binding here, and you'll be able to see where the crease is that you made it already. So just kind of play with it until you've got it, folded consistently. So it's going to look nice all the way around. And like I say, don't start right at the beginning of where the fold is. Start a little bit past it, because you're going to fold this fabric down into it afterwards. And this is where the throat of the machine is very important. And I guess I could have started, I should have started way on the back side is where I should have started. So I'm going to do that again. Start on the back side of it and finish where the loop meets. It's because I haven't done this in a year and a half. I promise it's almost there. One more stitch all the way around. Okay. Get in there. All right. Sew it close to the edge. Let your machine do the work. It's a lot of fussing with your fingers to get it flat, but once it is, it looks really pretty. I don't know why my nose always has to get itchy when I'm sewing. It's like I'm thinking. It's kind of like if you put mascara on and you got to stick your tongue out while you're putting mascara on. Anybody else do that? Be looking in the makeup mirror. Oh yeah, here we go. I'm just using that purple thing anytime the edge isn't quite underneath as nicely as I would like it to be. You could also iron this. You could also pin it. Whatever you need to do to get this around. I of course, I'm so good at sewing. I don't have to pin anything. So good at it. No, I'm wishing I had actually pinned this. Because this is not as flat as I would like it to be. There we go. Got it. Got it again. Hello, Louis. Louis, how are you today? We are finishing up the live for today with binding. Okay, I'm just going to pull this out so I can line up this little edge that I'm going to put in. So we've got it most of the way around, and now I need to join the edge here. So I just want to line that up first. I'm probably going to pin it because I'm getting a little annoyed with my sewing skills here. We added we're going to add 2 gray oven mitts into the members only prize pack. So you'll get 2 of these. So I'll put those in there. We have those made already. I'm not going to give you a finished product. You guys can kind of learn how to make some of this yourselves. You're on your own, people. Sink or swim. I gave you everything I could to get you going, and now you're on your own. All right. What else did we learn today? I am going to start a newsletter for people to get notifications of. I can cut that down a little bit. Notifications of when I'm going live, deals of the week that I have from vendors that are, like Connecting Threads or whatever. Lewis, if you're looking for fabric, today's the day to go shopping at Connecting Threads. They have up to 58% off of quilt cotton fabric. And then with my code, you also get another 15% off of that. So if you're needing fabric, today is the day. Okay. I'm just going to go with this here and kind of fuss it around as I go. And that sale ends today, you guys. So make sure if you're wanting it, you go get it. Don't say I didn't tell you. And then be like, oh, I saw that too late. It's like, sorry. I'll put the link in the video description and first comment as soon as the video is done processing here. Because some of you are going to need the discount code, right? All right. They have $5, $7, and $9 yards. The yards are up to 58% off. And then you can also use my code. And that's another 15%. So that's a lot of money, especially if you're just starting out. A lot of money. All right. We did it. We did it. We did it. We did it. So then just anything that you're not quite 1000% happy with, just give it an iron and cut your little threads off. And it should be good. So that's what it looks like. That's the edge of it. And the oven mitt is super luxurious. You could also quilt these if you wanted to, top bottom, before you put them together. I'm not going to do that because that's just one extra step. But I will make these in matching colors for all of my other products. So like this one, you guys have seen that coral floral fabric before. So there's this one. And I also have it in black. Super nice. The black's actually sold super well. Yeah, there's a good tip for you guys. If you can find a dark color, like a gray or a black, for oven mitts, people really like that because, of course, they're picking up, soups and sauces and all that kind of stuff. And that's a way to keep it clean. So, as mentioned, I'm just going to go over this one more time for Lewis and whoever else has joined here. So this was cut with the Accuquilt Studio die, or Accuquilt Oven Mitt die. It looks like this. And then when you cut it out, the fabric looks like this. And I have a short form video tutorial on this too on the channel. It's called the chicken oven mitt tutorial, but I'll link it in the comments for you guys. So it looks like this. So you did have, when you cut this out, you had that weird like little chunk of cutout on your fabric, and there was like no way of getting around that. So what I did was I took a chance, because I can afford to take the chance, and bought the eye mask die from Accuquilt. And the cutoff from this one perfectly is the size for this product. So yes, I'm spending the money to get this product, but I'm getting a bonus product off of it. And I think, like ideally, I'd like to add kind of like a little spa collection to my product lines. So when, I don't know how many, it doesn't matter who's new. Some of the members will know, they saw my booth with the gray carpet. that was at that the last Christmas market that I did. So that was at the Saskatoon farm. So that spot that I got in behind me is actually even more room. So I had all of my stands like this way, and I had two, excuse me, two 12 by 9 carpets on the floor and all of my products around it, right? So that's a massive spot. But in behind all of the stands, I actually had storage, like room. And had I had more product and more carpeting, I could have pushed those shelves back. So this next year, of course, they're going to let me in. I'll tell you why they're going to let me in if you hadn't heard that story, but they're going to let me back into that market for sure. And ideally, I would like to get more carpeting that matches the stuff that I have already. Or if I can't get it to match, then I'll just buy 4 new outdoor carpets and I'll push my shelving back. But that's going to leave like a huge area. So ideally, I would like to put like an island in the middle of that area and have like spa products on it. And this would be the first of that product line. So there's lots of things you could do for spa products. I do have like rice bags that I've done in the past, and they're like wheat bags, but I make them with rice. I make them ahead of time, and then I inject them with lavender oils just before I go to the market, so they're all nice and fresh with their aroma. And I do that with actually diabetic needles. I bought like 100 diabetic needles and like lavender essential oils off Amazon. And then I inject the bags with the oils and like smush everything around so they're super fresh when people go to buy them. And I do like the rice bags instead of wheat bags because if you're celiac, you can't put the wheat on you. So they can go in the freezer, they can go in the microwave, same as the wheat bags. But then that's just another selling feature of like, okay, so if you've got a wheat allergy or gluten allergy of any kind, then you can use the rice. So those are 2 products that I could make. I'm really caught up on dishcloths. I have quite a few dishcloths, which I hand crochet myself. And last year, my dishcloths didn't sell like as many as they had sold the year before. And I had kind of made sure that I was able to fill each one of my containers with cloths 4 times. So each color had 4 in the bucket, and then I could fill that bucket with each color 4 more times. So that went really well. So I was thinking this year I could make the like crochet face scrubbies and yeah, just come up with a couple more. I don't know what yet, but products that I could add into like a spa section. And it might be like where I brand my own bath salts or something like that. That could be doable. So just to try to like expand my product line. And of course, I have room at that booth to do that. And then I also have a lot of my own designs, like my own textile designs that I could put on things like, well, I have an Etsy store already, Home Stitchery Decor Etsy, where you can see some of my designs that are on shower curtains. So if I could find a way to get the shower curtains at an affordable price, because Etsy is ridiculously expensive, but have them produced at a reasonable price, I could also add those to that like island in the middle of that booth. Now, why they're going to let me in? So last year they ran a contest and they gave you your own code to share with your audience, and you get a discount. So if you use that code, like you went online to buy tickets and you use my code, you would get a discount. But they had a way of tracking the codes, and I won second place. So my code was shared the second most out of all the vendors that were there. And that meant I got 1/2 of my booth price back. So it's a great way to encourage the vendors, of course, to advertise. And obviously, I'm good at networking, like you see me here. So imagine what I do in the background. So I'm very good at networking. And yeah, so I got second prize. The lady that won, I mean, I no hard feelings against her. She's a little bit younger and she sells like permanent jewelry. So like bracelets that she literally solders onto you. So I highly suspect she has a lot more like younger friends that are more into the markety things than say my actual close network. So she did really well with that and she won first prize. So good for her. Nice. Yeah. Nice. Right. So there's always, you can look at your products and go, okay, well, what's an extra thing I can add on later? I don't want you guys doing a whole bunch of this now. Like, if you're here and you're watching all these videos and you're trying to learn, don't do everything at once. Good Lord, I am begging you, please don't do it. You will literally want to pull your hair out, and there's no need of it. Get your core products down. So if you want the exact core products I sell, it's rugs, dish towels. I'm just looking at my stands here. Rugs, dish towels, dish drying mats, soup bowl cozies, pillow shams. Like, start with those if that's all you want to make, right? You can make kits for them, then add in the oven mitt next year, right? Get some core products. Don't have 100 different products and try to figure out a systematic way to make 100 different products this year. Don't do that. It's silly and it's unnecessary. Have core products that you can mix and match. And if you want them like stands like I have at my booth, um, a great, awesome time to go buy them is right now. Go to the garden center. It's almost spring in North America. And I went to where was I at? I was at Winners last week, and they had all kinds of like plant stands that are 4-shelf plant stands where the shelves fold up and the sides fold in, and then off to the market you go. And then for in between them, you can buy doweling at the hardware store, put your doweling in between, hang your tea towels or your rugs up in between. So start with some core products, even if you only had 4 stands, but they were full and you were able to refill them, then add another product line next year or the year after that or the year after that. You don't have to do everything all at once. And you're not going to do it well anyway. So concentrate on, a few items that you can do well that have mix and match. So you always get the add-on item. And if you're doing it like me and you're doing the gift items, cards are another easy add-on that you can make with your Cricut machine. My card designs are in the what's called the Mandela SVG shop right now on Etsy. So Mandela SVG shop. They will get onto my website by the sooner rather than later, and you guys will get I'll have a members only discount. So they're super affordable for members. And then you can get the license or whatever and use my cards as designs. So do we have any questions here today? I can't even see how many people are still on here. When I get the tube makers, I'm doing the rugs. Joyce, I'll put my Amazon shopping link in there. Did you buy them already? You can also, if you're not on a computerized machine, I did a video last week with seam guides that will help it go quicker. 16, yeah, 16. So we're chatting here, you guys. Now, I'm Jolene from Home Stitchery Decor. I'm from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Today I taught you how to make oven mitts. They look like this. We have a members only prize pack that's worth, what would that be worth now? $9.50 Canadian, because we just added in $25 worth of products. So yeah, $9.50 Canadian for that huge prize pack. So you have to be a channel member in order to get your name in on that draw. And when we do the draw, it'll be live. I'll do it live. And one of the 150 paid members of the channel, the first 150 paid members, you guys will be entered into that draw. And doesn't matter where in the world you live, we'll ship off all that stuff to you. If you haven't seen what's in the draw pack, just go back on this video about 20 minutes, 30 minutes ago. We showed you all the stuff that's in the prize pack. We added some more stuff into it today, but you do have to be a paid channel member. You can also support the channel by hitting super chat today and sending a couple bucks over if you want to do it that way. But the big prize packs are now they're reserved for the paid members of the channel. We're at 28. When we get to 150, that's when the prize goes out the door, and we keep adding on to it. So it's not like I'm taking the money and pocketing it, because if you got 28 members that are paying $2 a month and you're adding a prize into the prize pack pretty much every time you do a live, which is at this point once a week, you're further behind than you are ahead. So it is what it is. We're going to build this fabulous channel. I want to be as big as Mr. Beast, but for like crafting fun stuff. And we're going to have a blast here. So please join the channel if you can, if you're thinking of it. There's like a $ button on your screen there somewhere, or you can go back to the main channel and hit join from there. And I'm going to go shut this off here in a minute. I'm going to put all the links in the video description and first comment for you guys. So come back to it here, in 20 minutes or so and get that link, especially for connecting threads, because that is a wicked deal on yardage with the discount code that I'm going to put in the comments for you guys today. So, and I'm an affiliate for everything. So just so you know, I make a few dollars every time you guys do that. So, you got to pay the bills. You got to buy new machines when they break, keep the lights on, all that kind of fun stuff. So that's what we're going to do. So any questions, concerns? This was from Accuquilt. The IMAS die is from Accuquilt too. So you get 2 products for 1. And yeah, I don't know what else to tell you. Thank you for the live lessons. You're welcome. I appreciate you guys. I really do. I am having so much fun, and I cannot honestly believe that this is my life. I mean, I can believe it because I worked really hard for it, but honestly, sometimes it's just like, what the heck? I worked this morning, ran errands, got the dog to the groomer, blah, blah, blah. Went to work for 3 hours, came home, had time to watch a little bit of a hockey game. And now I'm doing a live on YouTube. Who gets to live this life? But you can too, because I'm teaching you how to do it. So just follow, I'm a few years ahead of most of you. So just listen to the lessons. I listen to people that are ahead of me. That's how you learn and grow. And hopefully I inspire people to teach others, each one reach one kind of situation. And yeah, that's what I know for today. I don't even have my dog because she's with her dad again watching Olympics. One day he's going to have a new contract and he's going to go back to work. But so far, he's hanging out at the house here for the last couple of weeks anyway. So, oh yeah, Karen. Oh, that's the other thing, you guys. Good questions. All the questions. Hit me with them now. I'm going to try to go live on Thursdays for right now. And I need you guys to join the newsletter. So I'm going to start a newsletter on my website. So just keep an eye out for that. And you'll have to add your email to the email thing. Or the other thing you could do is, if you just want to be added to that newsletter, send me your email right now and email me at homestitcherydecor@gmail.com. And as soon as I got the newsletter up, I'll either put your name into it, because I'm going to assume you want me to send you the notifications, or I'll send you the link. If it doesn't allow me to add and you have to add and then check the yes, I want to be added box. And I'm going to start sending out a newsletter. It'll be once a week, and it'll tell you when I'm going live that week. And then it's also going to give you the deals. So if Connecting Threads is having a sale, and I know it because they tell me ahead of time what's going to be on sale, I'm going to send that information to you guys in the newsletter. So that's just going to be an easier way to keep in touch with anybody. So if you want to get notified and added to that newsletter, email me right now, homestitcherydecor@gmail.com, and I'll add you onto it. Yeah, look at all those sewing machines. I had some staff before, so don't judge. And some of these are clanky, I've worked them till they're half dead, but they're not quite dead, and I might still need them in a pinch, so I'm not getting rid of them. So, this one was a bit expensive. My embroidery machine was a bit expensive, but and I've been at this for years, so don't judge on why does she have so many machines? Staff was kind of annoying. One day I should do a video about not to complain about the staff, but to tell you guys what happened with the staff, because I think those are important lessons to learn. So now I don't hire staff specifically for my business. I hire them for cleaning. Or I don't do my own grocery shopping. I hire that out. So I do click and collect, which really isn't that big of a deal. It costs $1 for the grocery store to pick the order. And then I got a deal where I pay, I think it was $100 for the entire year for them to bring it to my door. And then I tip the driver. So it's a great way for me to collect points, because I really watch the app and everything. And and then they bring it to my door. So that's one thing I don't have to like leave the house to do. And then because I'm not going up and down the aisles at the grocery store going, oh, look at that and look at that and look at that. I'm not going over budget on that. So yeah, the machines are nice. I mean, I look at other people's crafting rooms and I'm like, oh, I want that and want that. And then I think, oh, you should be grateful. And I am. I'm truly grateful for what I have. I work my butt off for it. But I'm truly grateful that I'm at the level that I'm at. But it took, a few years of learning how to do it. If you're watching, you're gonna learn much quicker. So you're not gonna struggle as much as I did because I already did a lot of the heavy lifting for you guys. So and like I said, take my stuff and learn from it. I don't care because I'm 51 now and I would like to retire. So if you want to make these, Heather in Oklahoma, have at her. And by all means, Heather, we desperately want to know that you're okay. So post it in the community tab or send me an email later or something. I definitely don't want to get to the point of spamming people with stuff, but just we're building a community and I am very concerned for you today. So please let us know. And we'll be back next Thursday at 2 p.m. And in the meantime, I'm going to go work on the back end of my website stuff because I have to get a whole bunch of stuff in order to get to the next level that I'm getting to, which is coming up. It's so fast. Things are coming at me and I'm not completely set up for them. And I'm like, oh crap. Well, I could do that if I had that. But so I need to spend just a good solid week of working on stuff. Rugs, say it out loud. I don't know what your actual name is, but say it out loud. If you want to do the rugs, I have great tutorials on the channel. The main video on my channel is the ultimate jelly roll rug tutorial. And I teach you how to do that. I have a whole bunch of lives here on the channel. So go find the live section and we sew a whole bunch of them live with a whole bunch of tips and tricks for you. To do it. And you guys, in order for this channel to grow, you have to tell your friends and join the membership, send super thanks, all that kind of stuff. So do we have any other questions today besides I think we should end this with everybody sending Heather some good wishes if we can. So just please don't let Heather's go up in smoke. I'm going to click and follow now. Okay, Sarah, I'm going to add you to my list of who's here. Sarah, I don't know if you're new, how new you are here, but we have the channel membership is $2 a month, and when we reach 150 paid members, we have a draw here that's $950. So get in on that if you want to join the channel, not just subscribe, but get your value out of it here and then decide what you want to do out loud. Sarah, yeah, everybody. Send some good wishes off to Heather there. Good luck, Heather. Yeah. Everybody's worst nightmare is a forest fire. And if it isn't, there's something wrong with you. Or a flood. You don't want those either. Okay, you guys. I'm going to go make a few rugs. Go, Linda. Go, Linda. Go, Linda. I'll put the fabric link in the description here, like right now for you guys. So check back on that in whatever, 15, 20 minutes. It should be live there for you. Sometimes it takes a second when YouTube is like processing. And I tried to do it before we got going, but it was just a mess today. So I couldn't get it all done. So hi, Michelle. We haven't seen you for a bit. Hello, hello. I'm going to go sneeze. And yeah, we're just finishing up today. We made oven mitts. My nose is running. Okay, so best wishes, Heather. It's all about Heather. Everybody take a second to just send her some love, and I'll go do the typey thing and get you guys sorted out. Okay, have a great day. We'll see you in the next one. End video.